Okay, but like punctuality seems like something that would be important, and there's a reason I'm asking this, Austin. Okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's important if we have something, scheduled, let's try to get as close. But I know shit happens. People get busy. I've moved scheduled times before,
Right.
so it is what it is. Let's get it done.
Do you want to tell us to go F ourselves or anything? Or
no, I'm not that type of guy.
No, because Billy, here's where I'm going with Austin. Okay,
where are you going with this?
Austin sent us. I believe that Austin is always early for meetings. He's usually the first one there, last one to leave. He's a very hard worker. And he does look, the little things matter to Austin Ekeler, like the handwritten note he sent us, Billy. Yeah. Handwritten envelope, autographed it for us. You and I both had big smiles on our face. The little things are what matters in life. And Austin Ekeler is an expert at the little things, man. That little touch, you writing out an envelope. I mean, who the hell does that, Ekeler?
Look, man, the world is made of little simple things that add up to very big things. So that's where I come from. I come from things where I was doing very little simple things, little tactics in my life, and little things like thank yous that add up and pay dividends in the end, right? But you don't know if they're going to, but if you don't do those things, that nothing will happen. So it's like, it takes minimal effort for me to maybe make an impact in someone's life in some way. So that's why I do those little things, because I have no idea the magnitude that it could, possess and have in the future. But I know that it's nothing if I don't.
I was glowing the entire time. How'd you get my address, by the way? That was very good.
I got a guy.
I want to meet this guy.
That's good stuff.
Billy, what are you saying with the autograph? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Billy, you weren't supposed to tell him. I didn't want to reveal that I sold the autograph that he sent us.
Hey, you do with whatever you want, man. That is your property now. If you want to sell it, make a quick buck, sure thing.
That was very nice of you, buddy. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah. What have you guys been up to, man? What's been the vibe around the podcast? How's it been? Are we transitioning? Like, what's been going on?
We've been doing God Bless Football. We have transitioned to a soccer podcast for the World Cup called God Bless Football. Okay, yeah. Are you into soccer at all?
I don't know if I'm buying that one. Is that really a thing?
No, it really is a thing. It's not a good thing, but it's a thing.
Wow. Do any of you follow football, as you referring it to? Like that, where you actually are knowing what you're talking about? So I should come to God Bless Football to listen to the World Cup information.
Well, yes, but are you into soccer? Because we have no idea what we're talking about, to be honest with you.
I have zero clue what the heck is going on.
Oh, good.
Yes.
But you think the United States is going to win it just like us, right?
I hope they do. I don't know if they're going to, but I hope they do.
Billy, what's the matter? You want them on Team USA.
That's what we're going for. We're just hoping for the best,
That's what you got to do sometimes. There's some things that are unexpected and you don't know what's going to happen in life, but you're like, all right, look, I know who I'm rooting for. If they come through it, great. If not, then it really doesn't have that big effect on me because I don't follow it. Yeah.
Austin, we had so much fun with you the first time around, and we're glad we're doing this again.
Yeah.
And then again, and then again. It's going to be cool.
Let's go, man.
You were riffing on the guitar last time you were on with us. What I think, you have it right in front of you, don't you?
Absolutely.
I think you should come up with a riff where after everything you said, every question you answer, yes, you knew what I was you.
That might be a little extra. I don't know.
I feel like, Austin, I don't want to take credit for your success this season, but I feel like you really took off after your last appearance on this show.
That's what a lot of people try to, claim, like strength coaches, old teachers, everyone that I've been on the last podcast is like, up from here, because that's just the trajectory I'm trying to go, right? I'm trying to go up. So, yeah, I guess your claim would be true. I would say I have improved since the last time I was on here.
Billy motivated you, huh?
Yeah. Whatever it was, I was motivated. Maybe I was already motivated, and so I just continued that.
My dog is raging right now. He's pissed. My dog. I don't know why. Someone's at the door. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Do you have pets, Austin?
Heck no. I do not have time for pets. I barely have time for my girlfriend. And she doesn't like that. So it's like, how am I going to have a pet too? So it's like, for me, like during my free time, like I said, I'm usually on the computer most of the time, chipping away at things, building the app, learning some music, doing stuff with the foundation on shows, podcasts today. And so for me, dogs, no way. And during the off season, I'm going to Vegas. I'm back here. I'm back and forth. So no chance of getting any pets.
Are you actively, you're not like coding the app or anything like that, are you?
I am not coding. No, I have a dev team that codes for me, but I've basically been the inspiration and the vision behind everything that the app is. Yeah.
He's got a guy, Bill.
Yeah, I got a guy. I got a few guys for that.
Hey, can you help me out with something? Like,
yeah.
So what's going through your mind when you're playing Kansas City? You guys get the lead. You had a touchdown in that game. I was playing against you in fantasy, by the way. Austin has a fantasy show on Yahoo Sports, by the way, that we'll talk about in just a second. You didn't beat me. You came close. Your touchdown made it closer than it should have been. But what are you thinking there when you leave a minute for Patrick Mahomes? Like, you're thrilled that you got the lead, but Mahomes has 60 seconds and he's going to break your heart.
Well, I don't know if he's going to break my heart, but he did at the end. But
right.
I'm just like, come on, defense, like make one stop, if anything, right? This is the time to get a stop. Sunday Night Football, it's our best versus their best, and they were able to prevail, with Mahomes and Kelsey, man. That's the second walk-off that I've seen Kelsey make in SoFi Stadium in a primetime game. So
crazy. Don't
like that at all. But yeah, man, the only thing that was going through my mind is come on, defense. Like, come on, boys. That's football. That's football. You can go out there, give your best foot forward, feel like you played a good game, feel like you played a bad game, but sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And that was one of those where it's like, we really needed that. But, the NFL is super competitive. That's why it's so great to watch, because great players make great things happen. And they ended up doing a little bit more than we did in the fourth quarter. I think they had like 2 touchdowns.
Not that you fear anyone, but is Mahomes the one that you would fear most in that situation, that you're like, oh man, like that's too much time for him?
Not necessarily. Like you say, I don't really fear anybody. Like, yeah, it's not necessarily ideal, all right, for us to only be up 1 score when he has the ball. I think we have to do more as an offense, knowing that, hey, we cannot go into a 1-score game with 2-minute drive with them having the ball. That's usually not good for the other team. So, I mean, you're really just preparing just to go out there and whoop some ass. Like, I am not worried about Mahomes or anything like that. I'm not scared of anything. Like, how can I inflict as much damage, against their defense as possible as far as efficiency with my play?
I got to be honest. I thought he left Herbert too much time. I did. I thought he left you guys too much time.
The 33 seconds, man. I think we had either 1 or 2 timeouts too. So yeah, it was, our division games, for whatever reason, they're always a battle, and so especially versus the Chiefs, that's why we got flexed to that game, right? Because it's like, all right, this is going to be a good game, which it was. It's back and forth, couple lead changes. That's what you want to see from the football side of things. A competitive game, guys going out there battling, leaving it all on the line, and that's what it was for us. Like, I'm sad, I'm upset after that game, yes, but also we got to move forward. I'm still looking forward to the next one.
Your division's been weird this year, right? Because before the season, everybody thought that you'd be in the toughest division. And then Denver's not been very good. And Las Vegas also, for some reason. Like, what's happening there?
So here's this thing. It's a weird concept that I know people and, people that are analyzing football, they don't get their mind around a lot of times because they need to make a show. They need to make content, is that paper does not play football. Straight up.
But I love that paper football game with the triangle.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with paper football.
Paper football is dope.
But names on paper does not play football. Right? So yeah, you have all of these expectations for people, but guess what? What they did last year or 10 years ago has no resemblance or no, value of what they're doing in the future.
But are you surprised when you see that? When you see their records just going into the season and knowing a lot of those guys because you play them twice a year? Are you a little surprised when you see that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised just like everyone else is. for good and bad reasons. Like, oh man, I didn't think the Chiefs were going to be as good as they were this year. As that have they been? Like, that's been surprising to me. They're really doing their thing over there. And then, vice versa for Denver and the Raiders. They're picking up all these players in the offseason. So yeah, there's expectations, but when it comes down to it, do you put that out there on Sundays? That's what time will tell.
I'm wondering, is there a guitar, because you seem very broken and upset about that loss to the Chiefs, and I understand why.
Yeah,
but is there some sort of guitar riff that kind of goes along, that could summarize your feelings after that game? I only want to speak to you in guitar.
That's all he wants. Look, I don't have enough experience. I've been building.
Okay.
I've been building my repertoire of riffs, but not yet.
All right. Maybe at the end we'll ask you for one. There is a
He
song.
He doesn't want to do it. It's very.
No, he
obvious.
has the guitar in hand.
Yeah,
I believe he does want to do it. I do.
I can rip something later on. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
We'll get it later on. We'll get it. We'll get to it.
Wait, Billy, I'm going to ask him to learn a song. I am. I'm going to ask him if he could try to learn this song on the guitar.
I'm always down to learn new songs.
All right, so it's the Grateful Dead. I'm a huge Dead fan.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Let me write it down on my whiteboard here. What you got?
This is amazing. Wait, you're writing this down, Austin?
I'm writing it down. How am I going to remember if I don't write it down?
All right. I'm sorry. And this is why I thought I was concerned that you were mad at us because we were 5 minutes late. Because
no.
This is what you're all about. So it's the Grateful Dead, and the song is Terrapin Station. Okay. Terrapin Station. Some of the Terrapin Station. TERRAPIN, like Maryland Terrapins Station. Okay. All right.
I'm going to listen to it.
Oh my God.
Let's go, man.
Play that in a couple of weeks. Holy shit. Wait, so how's the fantasy show doing on Yahoo? Talk to us about it.
Fantasy show's been going great, man. So with the fantasy show, we like to get on there, mix it up a little bit, not just spit straight fantasy. Because I'm not like really into fantasy. Like I know all the picks, the sleepers like that. Like I'm into it for stuff like this that brings people together. We can come together, chat it up, talk about life, talk about what's going on. Like we had Jonathan Taylor on today. So just reaching out to the boys and be like, hey, let's jump on. Let's talk about ball. Let's talk about what you got going on. Let's talk about you coming into your third year, how things are going. And so just leveraging my platform to get some cool stories out there from guys that are out there doing some good things as well. And then wrapping all of that into a show. And we'll touch on fantasy, touch on basically like how I'm doing. And we have Matt too, who's also more into the analytics of fantasy, who can drop some knowledge if we get down into that rabbit hole. But for me, it's really just a time where I can express myself during the season. So that's why I appreciate you guys having me on, multiple times now, because it's more outlets for me to get on here and just talk about what's going on during the season. Because you don't get this side of a lot of players during the season, because a lot of us are so just focused and don't really care about the media, where it's like, I utilize this as an opportunity, as a tool. So that's what's going on with Ekeler's Edge over there on Yahoo. It's been great for season 2.
Who surprised you the most from a fantasy perspective? Has it been a guy like Tua, the Dolphins offense? Like, what surprised you the most?
Surprised me the most? Oh, man. I guess I don't have anything that really stands out that's been like a crazy surprise. I think one thing that's been pretty cool is to see some of these top players continue to hold. Because not have some big decline. I mean, talk about Cooper Kupp. I was talking about him, but he just, had his season-ending injury or what's going on there. But we're holding, like me last year, I was holding this high volume, high efficiency rate. And so like being able to do that, back-to-back years, we still have 7 games left, so not even close to being done, but continuing to hold a high standard and not let down my fans is something that, not necessarily I'm surprised, but I'm just very grateful that I'm able to continue to do that, because there's so much that plays into being able to go back to back, being a fantasy stud. So shout out to the guys that are still getting it done.
You love your fans, and I love that about you.
Yes.
What is Thanksgiving going to look like for Austin Ekeler?
Ooh, so Thanksgiving. So really, I just use it as an opportunity to, meet with the boys. So I'm having a Friendsgiving with some of my team,
Nice.
Not necessarily the Chargers team, my personal team. That people that are helping me just grow this empire that I'm, set out to continue to add value to. So we'll have like a little internal, just really a time to come together. I'm not really big into like Thanksgiving food. I don't know about y'all, but I don't know, just the turkey stuffing, all that. Like, It's all right, but like I would rather have like some spaghetti and meatballs, if I'm being honest.
Wait, are you gonna have spaghetti and meatballs? Is that what
Probably
you can have
not.
whatever the hell you want to have, man? It's your Thanksgiving.
Probably not, but I'm just one person, right? I can't be selfish. Be like, oh, everyone's eating this. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes down. What, you guys have plans or what?
Do you cook anything or no?
Do I cook? Not during the season. Not during season.
No.
Yeah, during the season we have
Can't
our table.
burn the hands, right?
Yeah, that's exactly why, right? That's too much risk. My fantasy managers wouldn't like that I'm getting that close to the stove. If I burned my hand, there was a thing with Antonio Brown, like he burned his foot or something. Like it can't be doing that type of stuff.
Right. If you were to invite the Chargers over, like who would it like? Would Herbert be invited? Would he come? Like how is like when you say friends? I know you're not inviting your Chargers teammates. I guess I'm going to put you in a bad position. Who are you not inviting?
Who are we not inviting from the Chargers?
That's such a bad spot. I'm sorry.
Who am I? I honestly don't think there's anyone that I'm not inviting. Like I'm a captain on this team, man. I'm trying to bring everybody with me. Like I need everyone to come. Like let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there a guy in the NFL though that you like? Maybe you just don't like, and you don't care.
This?
I'm just asking. I'm wondering. Austin's very honest. This is what I love about him.
I am honest. And here's the thing: if I don't like you, I don't mess with you. Like,
yeah,
right.
So it's I don't really get in a position where I don't like people, because if we don't have any type of similar vibe, I'm probably not talking to you ever.
Right.
Like,
who's your best friend? Who's your best friend in the league?
Best friend in the league would be Derek Watt. Derek, but he's on the Steelers now. He's been away from us for a few years, but that's the guy that I was definitely closest with. And still keep in touch with. And then Justin Jackson as well, who plays for the Lions now. That was my guy.
Right.
And then there was a guy, his name was Sean Colkin. We lived together for 2 years. He's retired now, but yeah, so there's all of them are gone right now. Now I'm the old guy in the room. Got all these young guys around me. So all my guys are gone or moved on. So yeah, it's a little different.
We're going to do traditional Thanksgiving, but I have been surprised this week by this is now the second guest, Billy, that we've had on God Bless Football who doesn't want turkey. And Billy agrees with all of them. Like Billy agrees with you. Turkey's overrated.
It is.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
I could do without it. The way we asked it the first time is like, if you only could choose 3 things from Thanksgiving, what would you choose? And it's like, well, do you do sides? Do we do desserts? Do you do turkey? And like, I'm good giving up the turkey on Thanksgiving. Like, I don't need that in my 3 if I'm doing 3 things.
What are the 3 then?
I feel like mashed potatoes is an easy one that a lot of people go to as a side, right? Then I'd probably do a dessert. Now, my family's Cuban, so we don't have like a traditional Thanksgiving. So like we'll have like a flan. I don't know if you know what flan is, like for dessert.
Yeah, flan, yeah.
Oh, flan's delicious. So I do flan. And then the third, I think I'd probably save like for rolls of some kind, like some sort of bread that I could put butter in. Something like that. Or maybe a honey baked ham. If we have ham there, I'd do a honey baked ham over a turkey.
Yeah. I like spaghetti and meatballs. The idea of that, though. I gotta be
yeah. Nothing wrong with spaghetti. That's my favorite food. Actually, my favorite food would probably be king crab legs, honestly.
Oh,
really?
But it's like $40-$50 a pound, so I ain't eating that all on the regular.
Well, you're good for it, honestly.
Heck no.
Wait, are you saying that you like stone crabs? Is that what you're saying, essentially? You like stone crab?
Stone crab. I've never had stone crab.
All right, I'm going to send you something, okay? Because you were
don't
so nice
send
to
me
us.
a stone crab, please.
Yeah,
don't send me.
I'm going to ship you an order of the best stone crab.
He ain't going to do it anyway.
Crab legs. Well, I have a guy. Okay?
He's got a guy. Okay.
And now I have your address because you put your return address on.
Oh, yes. But is it my return address?
Oh,
you don't
know. Next level shit, Austin.
I'm one step ahead.
Hey, so for the audience and for us, because I'm interested, when you say I have these people, they're helping me build this empire.
Yeah.
What is your vision? Like, what is it that you are trying to build, Austin?
Wow, what a question. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man.
So I'm trying to basically build opportunities for myself that allow me to present opportunities to others. And that's where my empire vision is going. So I feel like I've had opportunities in my life and I've been able to take advantage of them. And I've had so many people ask me, this is why I even got started on this. People ask me like, hey man, like just when it comes to reporters or my live streams, like what about your journey has allowed you to continue to push forward, find motivation, keep going? And it came down to the things and the opportunities and the resources and my mindset that I had taken advantage of those along my life. And I wanted to help people do that and take advantage of their situation, because I feel like even right now in the NFL, like I feel like I do all these shows, these podcasts, because I know they're going to pay out some type of dividend, or they might not. But if I don't do that, if I don't take advantage of the opportunities, guess what? Like there's nothing that's going to come from that. And what am I really chasing? I'm chasing options in my life where I can pick and choose what I want to do because I've set myself up. I've made the connections. I've added value to other people's life in some way. And that's so powerful because that allows me to have some type of fulfillment feeling because I get to choose. I get to drive the narrative of my boat, of my life, right? And so I want to leave behind myself a wake of motivation and a wake of help that people can at least tap into in some sort of way, whether it's through my app, taking advantage of their community, whether it's through my foundation, me implementing resources that people can go and take advantage to help them get themselves going, whether it's through my motivational clips, whether it's through, things like this, where I'm here speaking this stuff, right? I want to give people value that help themselves grow towards a better version of themselves, because we all owe that to ourselves. We all have this little short period of time on this earth. Why would you not want to be in a situation where you can control what you get to do? Like no one wants to be forced to do things. Well, if you don't take advantage of opportunities, guess what you're going to be doing? You're going to be forced to, because you're not going to have any opportunities. You're going to have to take one that you have in front of you. So that is my journey. That is my empire. My empire is let's set out, let's grow as much as I can so I can reach and spread and have influence as far as I can reach and see and beyond that. And then have value and implement that in someone's life to help them be a better version of themselves. And so I'm trying to lead the path. And then, like I said, leave a wake behind myself.
Austin, that is so good, man. And you're going to get it done because you're just a good dude. And you work hard. Yeah.
I'm going to get it done because that's all I do. That's all I've ever done. Right. And so I have no choice basically in my life. That's my fulfillment. Like that is what I am set out to do in my life, is take advantage of my opportunities. And at the same time, like I said, help others, because that's where I find my fulfillment. I'm not out here chasing happiness. Happiness is so short term, right? What's deeper than happiness? It's actually finding what fulfills you in life and keeps you going and makes you be like, dang, this is a life worth living when you die. And being around you, people can be proud, like, man, this guy had, or this girl, or whoever this person is, had such a great life. They feel like they were pushing towards stuff. They were growing, and man, like we should celebrate that. That's something that you can really truly celebrate when you die.
Were there people who doubted you along the way? I'm sure there were. And because along the lines of what you're saying, was there someone that was there for you, constantly pushing you and being a positive reinforcement?
Yeah, I didn't ever have that negativity in my life because I didn't tolerate it. I didn't tolerate it. If you did not have my back, or at least were not neutral with me, then I'm not messing with you. Like, I don't know if I have any haters. I'm sure I do, but I give you zero energy because there's way too many people that support me that I would rather put myself around and have that type of energy around me, because that's what continues to push forward. That's what continues to keep me accountable and keep me pushing towards something and reassuring that, hey, what you're doing is actually working. People are getting value from this. So I give zero attention to these people that are trying to bring me down, or like maybe didn't, or doubted me, or didn't think I could do whatever I'm gonna do. Like, I don't care. I honestly don't care. And so that's my perspective when it comes to that.
All right, we're going to get you out of here in just a second. We look forward to doing this with you every single week, hopefully, and we're doing it through the Super Bowl. You'll make it to the Super Bowl, because nothing would make me happier than having you on Super Bowl week.
Oh, yeah.
We're in the Super Bowl, okay? And the week after that.
He'd probably be busy, to be honest with you.
He might be. Well, no, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. If he doesn't make it, Billy, he'll co-host the whole week with us. How about
there we
that?
go.
I'm joking. But before we get you out of here, can I ask you two quick football questions? Because I'd be interested in your opinion here.
Yeah, what you got?
Jeff Saturday, all the coaches, like, Bill Cowher, former coaches, getting upset that a guy with no experience got a head coaching job. What are your thoughts on that?
I actually just talked to Jonathan about that this morning, and he had a pretty interesting take on it. And then I'll give my take on it too. But he was saying how he was just very thankful that Jeff Saturday came in and wasn't making it all about him and how he was going to turn the organization around, that he was just really passionate about pushing the whole organization forward. And I would build off of knowing that like, yeah, that's what it's about. Like, it doesn't matter who's in there. Like, that's what you want to see, whether that's your guy or it's a new guy. Like, you just want someone that's passionate about the guys, passionate about football, passionate about pushing everyone's narrative forward as an organization, not themselves. So it was definitely a little strange. as you know, the media, pointed it out, like this guy, came from TV, with little to none coaching experience and is now an NFL head coach. When you have all of these other people that have been coaching in the NFL for years and years and years, I'm sure there's some salty people out there like I deserve that more than this person does, but that's not how business works. And then at the end of the day, this is a business, and whoever's at the top is making the decisions, and they decided to go with Jeff Saturday. So be it. I'm just glad that he's seems like he's made an impact as far as just understanding or putting his understanding into the team that, hey, this is not about me, this is about pushing the team forward. So shout out to Jeff Saturday. Get an opportunity. Hope he takes advantage of it, man.
I'll tell you what's funny about the reaction to that. Jeff Saturday started doing TV with zero TV experience, and I didn't see anyone getting outraged about that.
Right.
There's some poor kid in Missouri somewhere working his ass off, trying to get to where Saturday got to, and no one cared that Saturday took his job,
Yeah, hey, business, man. Business overlooks a lot of things. Business comes down to your connections, right? Yes. If he didn't have those connections, he's not getting those opportunities, just like I was just talking about. If you're not out there putting yourself out there and having people understand what you're about, who you are, how you can speak, how you articulate things, your mindset, you ain't getting those opportunities. So
all right, let's get you out of here. Do you have a quick new riff that you've been working on for us on the way out heading into Thanksgiving? All right, here he goes. He's turning it on.
Let's see. Oh wait,
shit.
Can you hear that? Can you hear this?
Oh yeah, we get my neighbor can hear it.
Sometimes it's got like a dampening. Usually my lady's playing the drums in there too, and it sounds sick, but that's what you got. That's
all right. Feel free to invite your lady in at some point to play the drums on the show with us, okay?
Yeah, absolutely. If she's ever around, she would get on there. We rip it for you. I've been working on some stuff. I won't give all my secrets away. We'll save it for the next show. Yeah, it's a work in progress. Like I said, it's
good,
it's
dude.
rough.
You're getting Austin. You're getting good.
Try it, man. Try
You're
it.
getting good. Listen, you're a great person. We're really looking forward to this. Thank you for helping us get it done. Any message to the fan? I know you love your fans. It's Thanksgiving. Any message you want to send out to anyone in your fan base, and also promote what the floor is yours for a minute, Austin.
Yeah, man.
Thanks to your fans and promote whatever it is you want to promote.
I feel like my journey question kind of promotes everything that I want to promote. It's just a reminder. You look, like, we all have opportunities in life, whether you know it or not. Like, it's just your perspective of how you look at things. For some of us, we might be in a situation, like I have people that come to my streams all the time. They're like, yeah, I'm working a part-time job. Well, guess what? That part-time job that's getting you by, that's paying you bills, is giving you opportunities to continue to survive and keep yourself afloat. And so one thing that I would give some advice to, and people that just need to think of, is understand what short-term pleasures are, and that what we have in our life, and how can we maybe minimize those to put that energy towards something that's going to have some type of long-term payoff for ourselves. And that's something that I've really been able to do. And that's why I'm able to do so many different things, is because I've been able to basically turn long-term pleasures into those short-term pleasures, where now the things that I do in the short term will have some type of, like I said, some type of value to me in the future. Here's the hard part about that. You don't always know what the value is going to be, especially when you're young out there. Like going to interviews, like learning about new things, getting to know your boss, like all these things. What values are going to bring you right now? Probably none. But over time, if you don't do those things, it's definitely going to bring you none. But it could bring you something that could give you more opportunities. So that's what I come back to all the time when I'm ever giving advice. And I think we should all be thankful for any opportunity that we have, and just the opportunity, especially being in the United States, where we definitely don't have it the worst in the world. So we could do things like this, right? So I appreciate you guys. That's all I got. And I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving.
You too, buddy. We really appreciate it. Quickly, where can people, if they want more Austin Ekeler, where can they get your fantasy show?
Just look me up, Austin Ekeler, anywhere. Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I go by Austin Ekeler, no space. That's my handle anywhere you want to go.
All right, man. Enjoy the spaghetti and meatballs, and we'll talk to you next week, my friend. Good luck this weekend too.
Sounds good. Thanks, boys.
All right.